So I'm outside of London today at the beautiful Highgate Cemetery, and I'm making a whole video of what it looks like here, going down into the catacombs and everything. There's a lot of amazing history here, but specifically and separately, I wanted to make a video about the grave of George Michael. He is one of, probably the most well-known, but he's one of a few different famous people, celebrities that are buried here. So I just wanted to take you over and show you his grave. For a long time, he didn't even have a marked grave. His family is very protective over it. So I'm not exactly going to point out where it is, but I'm going to show you it and pay my respects. So George Michael was born in North London in 1963, and he started his illustrious career in 1981 with the formation of Wham, along with Andrew Ridgeley, producing albums in 1983, Fantastic, and in 1984, Make It Big, both hitting number one on the UK albums chart and the US Billboard 200. He went on to his solo career, and in 1987, his debut album, Faith, stayed at number one in the Billboards for 12 weeks and sold 25 million copies worldwide. George Michael was a superstar. But his life certainly wasn't all positive. News of drug use and legal issues began to appear in the news, mostly in the 90s and the 2000s. Which brings me to the infamous lewd act arrest on April 7th, 1998, in a public restroom of the Will Rogers Memorial Park in Beverly Hills, California. He was arrested by an undercover cop named Marcelo Rodriguez during a sting operation nicknamed the Pretty Police. And during an interview, Michael was quoted as saying, "I got followed into the restroom, and then this cop, I didn't know he was a cop, obviously. He started playing this game, which I think is called I'll Show You Mine, and you show me yours, and when you show me yours, I'm going to nick you." Michael pleaded no contest and received an $810 fine, as well as 80 hours of community service. And this incident was the reason for Michael's making a music video which showcased kissing men dressed as police. And that arresting officer, Marcelo Rodriguez, sued Michael for slander in a $10 million court case, and it was eventually ruled that a public servant like Rodriguez could not recover emotional distress damages. Now, contrary to a few different legal issues that George Michael got himself into, he definitely did lots of great things throughout his life and his career. Michael was an LGBT rights campaigner and worked as a fundraiser for HIV and AIDS. He traveled the world and touched the hearts of millions of people. In fact, after his death, various charities said that Michael had been privately supporting and donating to them for years, millions of dollars, in fact. And this is a long list of him leaving huge tips or paying for women's IVF treatment when she had no money. He had anonymously been paying for the annual Christmas tree in Highgate, the town here where he's buried, and just lots and lots of great charitable type things that he did. And here's his grave. His sister is buried here on the end, on the left-hand side, and his mother is in the middle. His real name obviously is on the marker. Obviously the name George Michael was his stage name, or whatever you want to call it. So George Michael died Christmas Day 2016. The morning of, he was found dead by his partner. And oddly enough, his sister died on Christmas Day 3 years later. Look at that, December 2019, December 25th. So rest in peace, George Michael, a fantastically talented singer. It was really good to see his grave and come and pay my respects. And I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you are into this sort of thing, if you want to see the rest of Highgate, which is amazing, I'm going to point out as many celebrity graves as possible and also get inside the catacombs down inside and look at some of the really old bodies that are down there, the graves, the caskets that are down there. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.